Hello and welcome, or welcome back to Friday Sews. My name's Christine and this is my channel, Christine Sews a Lot, where I talk about all things sewing. Mainly I sew for myself, but I also sew for my grandchildren and for my home. So first of all, I want to talk about what I'm wearing. This is the Union Street Tee by Hey June Handmade, and I've sewn it up in this gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous because, oh, it feels so wonderful, cotton rib knit that I got from So English. Now, I bought this fabric several years ago, so I'm not sure if they still have it in stock, but I will link it below if they do, and if they don't, I'll just link the shop. I've been happy with all of the knit fabrics I have bought from So English. So this is the Union Street Tee by Hey June Handmade. And one of the things that I like about it is the different neck options. I went for a scoop neck because I like how modest it is, and yet it's not, I don't feel like it's too tied up on my neck. Love the shirt. I've made 2 so far, and I will be making more. So what's going on in my life? Our youngest grandson is going to be baptized next week. So last night I thought it would be a great idea, because I knew we'd be having some pictures, if I would highlight my hair. My hair, I felt like it was getting kind of a muddy brown because it's been so cloudy and rainy here that I haven't seen any sun to give it some highlight. So I thought I'll highlight it. And last night as I was applying the highlights, I thought, ooh, this is not going well. And I thought I'd be coming on this morning with a real cautionary tale about coloring your own hair. It's fine, thankfully, but I do think I'm going to leave that to the professionals. So with the thought in mind that we're going to be taking some photos with this family get together, I thought I'd really like to wear some handmade clothing. And I went and looked in my closet and I thought, oh, I don't have a ton of options. I have been sewing a lot, but I don't have a lot that will go well together, especially when I was looking for something to wear to church. I have some great outfits that I could wear if it were winter. And then I've got lots of separates that don't go well together. And I'll show you what I mean. So my only option right now for what to wear to church that would be totally me made, they're all hooked on each other, is my sagebrush top. It's a little wrinkled because I wore it recently. And Miette skirt. These go well together. I made this skirt about a year ago. It's the wrap skirt, the Miette from Tilly and the Buttons. It's one of her older patterns, I think. And I wear them together because this has a smoother A-line look, and the sagebrush came up. I did the nice deep hem, but it's not quite long enough to tuck in and stay tucked in. So with as billowy as this is, I wanted something that would be more streamlined here. So this is an option of what I can wear together. So the other options, of course, are all patterned and not matching, and I'm going to give you an example with some of my recent sews. Last Friday, I had 3 projects that I wanted to work on, and I thought I could get them all done by this Friday sews, and I could have, but midweek I realized what was going on in my closet. A lot of pattern, a lot of things that I really liked, but I didn't have anything I could wear them with. So I thought I got to do something about that. One of the items that I did complete was the Ren Blouse by Chalk and Notch. This fabric is rayon lawn blend. So it's a cotton rayon blend, and it behaved very nicely. This is Sienna by Cotton and Steel. And so it came, I'll talk about it more in my July makes, but one thing I wanted to mention was what drew me to this pattern. I thought this would be a blouse I could get a lot of wear out of. I thought it could read as casual, or it could read as a little dressier, depending on the fabric choice that I made it up in. So the first pattern, or the first make is this one. And as I was sewing it, or as I was planning to sew it and looking over the directions and the pattern pieces, I was like, dang, there are 3 pieces for each sleeve. I'm like, I don't know about that. I have some other blouses that I can turn out a little quicker for a staple piece. But as I completed this, I realized that what really drew me to this pattern was not just the versatility of the top, but the sleeve itself. And it did need to be in 3 pieces to have this beautiful shape. So I'll talk more about this in my July makes, but I really do like this blouse, and I think I'll be making more than one more of that. But again, I chose a pattern that wouldn't match with much that I have in my wardrobe. The other item that I wanted to work on this week that I talked about last Friday was my Brumby skirt. You remember the Brumby skirt where I had sewn the waistband in and attached the zipper and did all the top stitching, etc. And the waistband was upside down. I took out the entire waistband and the zipper, cut out a new waistband, and I did complete it. I'm so happy that I didn't walk away from this project. I had really, when I realized what I had done, I really thought I was just going to cut this fabric into something else and just move on. But I loved it. I love this rifle paper fabric by Cotton and Steel. I think it's such a pretty print, and I'm glad I saved it. So I want to talk about a couple of things that I did that made it an easier salvage. When I took out the waistband, the gathers were kind of messed up, and lots of thread left in, because I'd left my gathering threads in when I sewed it the first time because they were all hidden away. So I used Sam from Frugalissima's method for regathering the skirt, and I'm going to link below the method that she teaches, because she does a really good job of demonstrating how you use elastic to gather the waist neatly. And I have to say, I am much happier with my gathers the second time around than I was the first time. So I will link that below. The other thing I wanted to show you was I did get the zipper in. I was a little concerned because when I took out the zipper, the bottom area was a little bit rough. Now this right here that you can see, that's some of the double-sided tape that just washes away. But I was really pleased that I could get the zipper in securely, and I thought, given the circumstances, it came out nicely. So I love this Brumby skirt. But again, you see what I've done? I've picked out a pattern that I really liked, and I don't have a lot that will go with it. If I were to pull out the sagebrush top that I have in the blue Dobby, I couldn't really tuck it in, and so I'd have this billowy top and the pleat, not the pleats, but the gathered here, and I just don't think it would look as great, so I need something that will work with that. So to that end, I put a little stop to my plans that I had made last week. The third item I was going to sew, because I had it all cut out, was an Abigail dress for my cousin's little girl. And I thought, I really need to fill this hole in my closet now, because I really wanted to wear the Brumby skirt and I needed something that would go with it. So I cut out another sagebrush top, and I chose that pattern for a couple reasons. One, I love the pattern. Two, it is a super quick sew. And three, I had enough of this fabric to get the top out of it. So this is a cotton lawn, and I barely had enough fabric. This is the neck binding, and I had to piece it together to get enough out, but that's fine. It's the neck binding and tie. It's not going to be noticeable, and I have very, very little scraps left over of that. And I think that this top will go well with the Brumby skirt, and I think also, let me reach it here, I think it will also work well with the Miette skirt. So that is going to be my next make. I cut it out yesterday, and I'm going to get it sewn up today, and that way I have it ready to go. And after that, I will do the Abigail dress, because my cousin lives in New England and summer's not as long there, and I want for Hallie to have a chance to enjoy her dress before it's handed down to the next child. Maybe not my most practical sew, but I really do enjoy sewing the sweet little girl dresses, and somebody else will enjoy it after Hallie. In an effort to rectify my too many patterns, not enough solids, I think my sew after the Abigail will be another Brumby skirt in this chambray. This is a medium to lightweight chambray. Nice drape. I got this from fabric.com, and this will make a great Brumby skirt. It has a little bit more drape to it than the rifle paper fabric does. So I think it'll have a slightly different look, and I'm looking forward to that. That will give me something that I can wear these pattern tops with, because I still want to make another Wilder top in so many things. I mean, how many of you do you have this same issue of where you just see like all the shiny new things and you want to make them? I certainly do, and I have a stack of fabric that I want to get to with patterns in mind, but sometimes you need to reel yourself in and step back and look at what do you need. And also, when I looked at it from the perspective of I wanted to wear these beautiful garments I've been making, and I'm not able to wear them as often as I want because I don't have enough things that I can pair them with. So I think that will be one of my next makes. So that's what's going on here. I'm super excited to go and visit with the grandchildren and those people that they live with, and also for the baby's baptism. So that's what's going on, and I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.